I don't like to rain on people's parade, but I'm not happy with this one. Congratulations to Joker. You are the best big man in the league, but based on everybody's criteria, my criteria, stat stuffer, you guys' criteria, number one seed, which team has a better record, I felt Shea Alexander deserved it because I've been number two a lot. When I play my off number two, so the fact that he has to start all over next year and try to win it again, I think it was. I know it's going to be hurtful for him. Hopefully, he uses this to motivate him to win a championship. But I thought, and again, no disrespect to the Joker, best big man in the league by far. You could have went this way, but I thought Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, one of only a few players that had 30 points 50 times.
Keep throwing stat stuffer out there.
No, because that's my criteria for
MVP. Does
MVP.
Nikola Jokic not stuff the stat sheet?
Yeah, but not like Shea.
Really?
Shea is one of the few players that had 30 points in 50 games,
Yeah,
Ernie.
well, but when you're talking about stuff in the stat sheet, look at all the triple doubles for Nikola Jokic and look at his ranks in scoring, rebounding, and assists. I don't think stuffing is an argument.
Okay, but even doing all that, OKC was the number one seed. I love you, the best player in the league. I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you, but congratulations. And what do you guys have to do to get back on track versus Minnesota?
Thank you, Shaq. We don't judge people here, so that's fine. It's your opinion. I'm joking.
Hey, all good. I love you. I love your brothers. One thing we always going to do is keep it real with each other. Congratulations. I love you.
But Shaq see these guys winning these MVPs and a little envious because, and I don't care. Look, I understand that Shaq got 4 titles and he has 3 Finals MVPs, but Shaq know deep down we should be having a discussion for GOAT. Shaq name is never brought up in the discussion. Now we bring his name up with big mans, with Will, Russell, and Kareem, and rightfully so. But we're never going to see another guy Shaq's size with his athleticism that was as dominant as him.
Yeah.
And he robbed himself because he didn't take it serious enough. Did he take it serious? Not nearly as serious as he should have. Shaq should have 5 MVPs. Shaq should have 7 titles. And I think he sees a guy like Nikola Jokic that's not as dominant as him and gets 3 and 4 years.
Yeah.
And people are talking about him. And they talk about him dominant big man. But see, when you historically great, they talk about you as great basketball player, the GOAT. And Shaq is never brought up. When they say Tom Brady, even though he plays quarterback, they say Tom Brady is the greatest football player. Ocho, you and I debate. We say Jerry. We say Lawrence Taylor or whomever. But Tom Brady, although he played quarterback, Shaq is never brought up in those discussions when it comes to GOAT. He's never in front of Magic. He's never in front of LeBron. He's never in front of Jordan. He's never in front of Kareem. He's never really in front of Russell. When we talk about GOATs, those Mount Rushmore. And I think a part of him is envious of that. But he doesn't have anybody to blame but himself.
But do you think it's because he's a center, though? Obviously, when we talk about the GOAT conversation,
Nikola Jokic is a center. Kareem is a center.
But okay.
Kareem got 6.
When I think of Jokic,
Russell got 5. Chamberlain got 4. What are we talking about here? Magic got 3. Bird got 3. Moses Malone was a center. He has 3. What are we talking about here, Ocho?
I mean, we talk about Jokic. I see him as I'm trying. He can shoot. He got mid range. He shoots a 3. It's a different type of center for today's game, as opposed to Shaq being in the post.
Kareem didn't do nothing but throw the sky hook. Wilt didn't do nothing but the finger roll. So what now?
Wait, so when we talk about the greatest basketball players of all time as far as the GOAT conversation, Shaq's name is never brought up in that?
Have you ever heard it?
No, because it's normally just Kobe, MJ, and LeBron. That's it.
Kareem.
No, I never heard of Kareem.
Actually, Kareem doesn't get the credit that he deserves. No,
it's always the same three names.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. And once again, as I said before, I'm going to say it once more. 2024, the main motion and leading energy has been all capital C's. Controversy, chaos, conflict, confrontation has most definitely led the conversation of this entire year. As you've seen right here, Shaq directly told Jokic to his face in a confronting way, hey, I don't feel like you won MVP of the year. That should have went to Shai Alexander on Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, that's going to be subjective, however you look at it in the league and everything like that. I do like what Shai brought to the game this year. Dog turned all the way up, taking his team all the way up the way that he did from last season to this. He most definitely played his heart out and everything like that. Well, Shaq getting on there with Jokic, that most definitely turned people up on Twitter, social media, like, dang, bro, how you gonna tell a man to his face to kind of downplay and rain on his parade like he ain't turned up? Because he did. Jokic showed up, showed out and everything in that nature. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, you went directly to his face. Certain people felt the way about it. I will say this. This is the little difference here is I wouldn't do that, just keeping it 1,000 to nobody, even if I played the sport before and everything. Jokic wasn't tripping, but Shaq did play in the game before. It'll be different if an analyst told the nigga that who never hooped before in the NBA, hey, nigga, you ain't winning this. It's going to be like, nigga, who is you? So when Shaq do it, it don't come off as bad to certain people, but certain people most definitely felt the way about it. But as you saw right there, Shannon Sharpe went directly at Shaq saying, hey, bro, I'm seeing a little bit of jealousy here in so many words, and he didn't work as hard as everybody else to be a part of the GOAT conversation. And I got to say this right here. A lot of that right there, as Gilbert Arenas jumped in and Chad Ochocinco told him, and I had a link in the description where y'all can watch that in full on Nightcap. Hey, bro, when we talk about three GOATs, we talk about the same three people. Kobe, LeBron, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Which one is that? In them eras. We don't really bring the big mans up. That's just why it is in the culture of the barbershop talk, who the people view as the GOATs. We don't bring up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or none of the big man and things of that nature like that. But Shaq caught wind of this conversation, and that nigga went to Instagram and posted up Shannon Sharpe's rank in the league as number 51 of all time and everything. And we ain't going to downplay Shannon Sharpe. He most definitely was doing this stuff, and he was most definitely one of them guys in the NFL. But Shaq went in the caption and said, you took me sticking up for Shai as jealousy of Joker, and he's meaning ass, but he said, shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak on me. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you at. Me jealous sounds like you jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people. And in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals MVP, top 50, and top 75. Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love always, the most dominant big man ever who never took it serious. Remember, I don't know you. And in the words of Skip Bayless, I'm better than you. Hashtag G14 classification. I have it. You don't. Not in my profession. In your GOAT debate, never want to be the GOAT. I want to be who you should greet me as, the most dominant ever. Hashtag the apex predator. And then he went up and posted the clip to his page of the title and everything where it says Shannon Sharpe slams Shaquille O'Neal for telling Nikola Jokic he didn't deserve the 3rd MVP. Then he went in the caption and said, the daddy usually don't respond, but I got time today. And Shaq, when you talking to another nigga, bro, I gotta tell you, don't ever say the daddy like that. Just don't. That's a little off. Don't say the daddy to a nigga. But I say this: Shannon Sharpe don't make the titles for this YouTube channel. He's just talking and his team is clipping it up. But when you listen to what he was saying, it was like he was really going in on Shaq, bro, in the way like you ain't this, you ain't work hard enough. I understand why Shaq was offended in that way because the role that he played, and Gilbert Arenas gave him credit. He did say that Shaq is going to go at any big man. That's the position he played. Everybody know that about Shaq. But at the same time, because he used to do, go in on niggas who played the center and stuff with Shaq and the Fool, McGee, even Rudy Gobert at one point in time. I mean, we covered that. And shout out to my nigga Bolo as well for putting me up on this storyline because he sent this to me last night and said, hey, you seen this? So shout out to my nigga Bolo out of ATL for shit show. But when you look at this situation right here and you hear Shaq say what he's saying, I get why Shannon Sharpe is saying, well, dang, bro, why you came at him like that? But for him to go critique Shaq's career, that takes it to another level, bro. As Gilbert Arenas said himself, nigga, they used to have to run the 2-3 to the two. Shaq is the reason why they do the 2-3 in the NBA, nigga. Like, we got to run this to defend Shaq, nigga. Just simple and plain like that. We had to run that to defend Shaq, and people couldn't do nothing with Shaq down there and everything like that. So it's like, nah, we don't have a conversation about Shaq not being in the GOAT of the NBA player, but neither do we talk about anybody else who played the center and everything like that. That's just how this game goes when it comes to Shaq. Then when it comes to Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan being the three that people talk about as the GOATs. But we'll see what happens. Pretty sure it's going to be some responses, maybe a little bit of back and forth with it. Hey, we here for the entertainment. Hey, tell me what y'all think. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.